Now when it comes to long-term savings, one of the most commonly considered instruments is endowments, also known as the long-term savings plan. And when considering instruments with such a long-term commitment, the main concern that most of us will have would be the question of, is it really worth it, or are there better, more suitable instruments? Now in this video, we'll be exploring the good and the bad of the long-term endowments and whether or not it is a suitable instrument for you. I will also share with you on my opinion and present some alternatives for you to consider. Without further ado, let's get started. The good, the bad, and suitability. Now as a saving instrument, some long-term endowments do provide insurance coverage. And what this means is that by saving through an endowment, you have the certainty that the money will be there, even if something happens to you along the way. Now this is suitable for people who are saving up for the sake of others, such as for children education or spouse retirement fund. Another good thing about long-term endowments is that most of these savings plans allow for partial withdrawals during this savings period. And this is suitable for people who are saving for general purposes and may need that flexibility and withdrawal during the policy years. Lastly, when it comes to the certainty in returns, endowments do offer a higher degree of certainty as part of their returns are essentially guaranteed by the insurer. And what this means is that it is less affected by the ups and downs of the economy, and these are more suitable for people with low risk tolerance. That's it, nothing is free in this world. If you were to look at a typical 20-year endowment plan, you will realize that the yearly return usually ranges from 2% to 3%. Furthermore, while there are some guaranteed returns, the bulk of the return are often derived from non-guaranteed portion. Essentially, the low yearly return of the endowment plan is the price that you are paying for features like coverage, withdrawal flexibility, and certainty in returns. If your focus is on the withdrawal flexibility with slightly higher interest as compared to your bank account, or if you need that coverage during the savings duration, then perhaps an endowment plan may be suitable for you. Now if your focus is on growth and returns, then perhaps an endowment savings plan may not be suitable for you due to the low return rate. Personal opinion. Personally, I'm not a fan of long-term endowments as I feel that the features of a long-term endowment plans are simply not worth paying for. With proper financial planning, you will be able to work around things like your coverage needs, withdrawal flexibility, and even your certainty in returns. If you're someone who needs forced savings, or if you just want an easy alternative apart from putting your savings in the bank, then perhaps you should consider a long-term endowment. If not, I strongly believe that there are better alternatives available that you can use to help accelerate your wealth accumulation progress, and that brings me to my next section. What are your alternatives? The first alternative that you can consider is self-contribution to your own CPF account. The pros of using CPF as a long-term savings instrument is that the returns are guaranteed, and it is higher when compared to instruments like a bank account or even your endowments. Furthermore, self-contribution to your special account through the retirement topping up scheme will provide you with tax savings which adds to the overall return. Now the cons, however, is that you are unable to withdraw the funds within your CPF account until the age of 55, and provided that you have a balance that meets the full retirement sum at a given point in time. While some people are turned off with the use of CPF due to its flexibility, I will argue that with proper financial planning, the trade-offs between flexibility and return is worth it, as you can easily provide for your short to mid-term cash flow needs elsewhere. Now the second alternative that you can consider is to invest in broadly diversified investment funds. The pros of investing are that it provides significantly higher returns in the long run as compared to your CPF contribution, bank savings, or even endowments. For example, the S&P 500 typically return an average yearly return of 10%. Furthermore, by investing in funds, you retain the ability to withdraw your investments as and when necessary. That said, the cons of investing are that you are subjected to investment risk, and it is expected that the value of your investments will go up or down on a daily basis. However, such risk can be mitigated if you have a long enough investment duration. As we've seen from past performances, the risk of losing money significantly decreases over time. And with a 20-year investment horizon, the probability of you suffering from a loss if you were to invest in a broadly diversified investment fund is just 0.1%. Now, all things considered, I strongly believe that if you were to sit down and plan your finances holistically, it is unlikely that the long-term endowment plans will be suitable for you, as the alternatives are clearly better provided that you integrate them into your financial plans carefully. Now, if you do not know how to get started with your financial plans, or if you do not have the time to manage your own investments, you can check out what I do on my website to see how you can benefit from my financial planning services and reach out to me directly. If you found this video useful, do drop me a like and subscribe to this channel to stay updated with the weekly upload. Stay safe, and I hope to hear from you soon.